retiring as president of this college, it is indeed a painful task to bid you all goodbye. And now, with the utmost pleasure, may I present to you the man who is to guide the destinies of this great institution, Professor Quincy Adams Wagstaff. Professor, it is indeed an honor to welcome you to Huxley College.
Never mind that. Hold this coat.
By the way, Professor, there is no smoking.
That's what you say.
It would please the faculty if you would throw your cigar away.
The faculty members might just as well keep their seats. There'll be no diving for this cigar. Members of the faculty, faculty members, students of Huxley, and Huxley students. I guess that covers everything. Well, I thought my razor was dull until I heard his speech. And that reminds me of a story that's so dirty I'm ashamed to think of it myself. As I look out over your eager faces, I can readily understand why this college is flat on its back. The last college I presided over, things were slightly different. I was flat on my back. Things kept going from bad to worse, but we all put our shoulders to the wheel, and it wasn't long before I was flat on my back again. Any questions? Any answers? Any rags? Any bones? Any bottles today? Any rags? Let's have some action around here. Who'll say 76? Who'll say 1776? That's the spirit, 1776. No doubt you would like to know why I'm here. I came into this college to get my son out of it. I remember the day he left to come here, a mere boy and a beardless youth. I kissed them both goodbye. By the way, where is my son? Young lady, would you mind getting up so I can see the sunrise? So, doing your homework in school, eh?
Hello, old-timer.
My dear Professor, I'm sure the students would appreciate a brief outline of your plans for the future.
What?
I said the students would appreciate a brief outline of your plans for the future.
You just said that. That's the trouble around here. Talk, talk, talk. Oh, sometimes I think I must go mad. Where will it all end? What is it getting you? Why don't you go home to your wife? I'll tell you what, I'll go home to your wife, and outside of the improvements, you'll never know the difference. Pull over to the side of the road there and let me see your marriage license.
President Wagstaff, now that you have stepped into my shoes...
Oh, is that what I stepped in? I wondered what it was. If these are your shoes, the least you could do is have them cleaned.
The trustees have a few suggestions they would like to submit to you.
I think you know what the trustees can do with their suggestions. I don't know what they have to say. It makes no difference anyway. Whatever it is, I'm against it. No matter what it is or who commenced it, I'm against it. Your proposition may be good, but let's have one thing understood. Whatever it is, I'm against it. And even when you've changed it or condensed it, I'm against it. I'm opposed to it. On general principles, I'm opposed to it.
He's opposed to it. In fact, indeed, that he's opposed to it.
For months before my son was born, I used to yell from night till morn, whatever it is, I'm against it. And I've kept yelling since I first commenced it. I'm against it.
Knowing Dad as I do, I'd not advise you to displease him or tease him. No, no, don't double-cross him or toss him around. When dear old Dad once gets mad, he's a hound.
My son is right, I'm quick to fight, I'm from a fighting clan. When I'm abused or badly used, I always get my man. No matter if he's in Peru, Paducah, or Japan, I go ahead or live or dead, I always get my man. I soon dispose of all of those who put me on the pan. Like Shakespeare said to Nathan Hale, I always get my man. calling me? Oh, are you listening? I always get, 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 I always get my